Hey guys, and welcome to a new Let's Play that I'm going to do for a while. It's called, the game itself is called Empyrion Galactic Survival. Now, what is it? Okay, Empyrion Galactic Survival is a 3D open world space survival adventure in which you can fly across space and land on planets, build, explore, fight, and survive in a hostile galaxy full of hidden dangers. The game uniquely combines elements from space simulators, construction games, survival games, and ego shooters. And the game is currently under development by Eleon Game Studios. This game is in early alpha development. Note, I said early alpha, pre-alpha, early alpha development. So it is not perfect. If you go buy this game, don't expect it to be perfect. But this game does play extremely well for a game that's in pre-alpha development. Now, I think that they're launching their alpha on the 5th of August, which is tomorrow at noon or so, on Steam. You cannot buy the game right now. You could buy it if you got in on the early pre-alpha access thingy, where you could buy the game, but they closed the alpha, and you can't get a key down. But tomorrow, on August 5th, the game launches on Steam, and then you can buy a key. So if you want to play the game, you like what you see in this video, that's when you can go get one. Now, what kind of gameplay does this game have? This game is a lot like Space Engineers meets Planet Explorers meets several other games that I can think of right now off the top of my head. And let's get in there and actually see the game. So we're going to do a Let's Play, or we'll do Zane Plays. It's going to be the new game. We'll hit Start, Asteroid, and it's going to load up, and we're going to load into a world. Now, the concept behind the game is that basically you're like this big soldier. You're a soldier guy. You're part of a long, big fleet, and you just crash landed on this planet. Oh, what did I just do? I hit T, and that thingy just kind of stopped. All right, did I get anything? That's the question. Oh, I did. Alien plasma. Fantabulous. Alien plasma is used in making med packs. Okay, so this is our little drop ship. This is what we landed in, or what we crashed in, basically. So we're going to look at this guy, and as you can see, he's got a lot of components. Now, I'm not going to take these out quite yet. And this is another little cargo bay, and it's got a bunch of planting components. We're going to leave them alone. This is your fuel tank. If you hit T here, you can put fuel cells in there, and it'll make the ship power up, give the ship power. That is the Constructor. Think of it as your workbench, crafting bench, whatnot. As we come around to the other side of the ship, we've got two more of these little deals, and I'm going to take all this stuff. It's a bunch of different components. I'll go over it as we need to. And here's a bunch more different components. I'm going to take all of these guys out. Now, let's hit tab, or I've got it set to tab for you to be I to go in your inventory. If you hear me say, all right, let's hit tab, I mean, if you haven't reset your keys, hit I to go into your inventory, just for future notice. So let's take these emergency rations, because we will be using them to eat. They will keep us alive until we get a base built so that we can put some food up. There's a small med kit, purified water, and I've got my drill and my pistol already on there. These things right here, these drill charges, are the refill packs for your drill. Filler and flattener. That lets you do flattening the terrain and fill up holes and stuff like that. It's the reverse of what the drill does, and there's a recharge for it. Yes, they do use these recharge charges, and it's kind of like ammo. Think about drill charges and refill flatten charge as ammo for the drill and for the gun. So as we look over here, you will see that there's a couple little fuel tanks. Well, you can hit T on these fuel tanks, and you can put an oxygen bottle in each one. Now, each slot only holds one, but there's two different containers. You can build bigger containers when you get into the base that hold quite a bit more slots, and then you can put the oxygen in them. This right here is where you would go to stand to actually get the oxygen, but as you can see, I can go stand there and nothing happens. The reason nothing is happening is because if I go into here with T, I enter the spaceship. If this spaceship was fully functional, I could then fly up, fly around the planet, fly into space, etc., etc. Yes, this game has seamless interactivity and transitioning from planet to space and then back to planet. It is freaking awesome. Right now, what I need to do though is, this is the way it is with every ship, everything, every area where you have power usage, is you have to hit Y to turn it on. Oh, wait a second, why didn't it turn it on? Look over there in the bottom right hand corner. Power usage 4%, power left 0. So let's hit T, let's get back out and go around on the other side of the ship and look at that little fuel tank that I told you about a minute ago. So if we hit T here at this fuel tank, we can take some of these fuel packs, and I'm going to put 2 in there, and that'll give us some power. Wait a second. All right, so now you notice lights are on. Everything's lit up, got all the little things. So let's jump back in here. And then, as you can see, the power is actually on. I can hit Y to turn it off to conserve power if I need to. Hit Y again to turn it back on. We can jump out. Now we're going to grab all of this stuff. Go into the cargo bay. This nice little function right here takes everything from the container and puts it into your inventory. I'm not going to mess with that one because you don't need the farming stuff really until you build a base. You have to be able to place a special growing light above it, and so we're not going to do that yet. Alright, so let's hit T on this. This is a constructor. You have your player ingredients. You have the constructor's inventory. The Q is when you click on these things, it puts them down here and it works through them in sequence. So let's go ahead. You can hold shift and transfer from your inventory to the constructor inventory. So let's put all this stuff into the constructor. You can see we've got some plastic raw materials, copper ingots, promethium pellets, magnesium powder, neodymium ingots, cobalt ingots, and they start you off with some iron ingots. And these are just a little bit, trust me. This is going to get maybe most of our very, very, very basic base going. So we're going to have to go out and we're going to have to grab and gather some resources. Templates. Up here this is all your drills and guns, assault rifles, shotguns, drill charges, all that other stuff. A drill charge cost, if you look to the right, you can see it uses input items, 1 fuel pack and 5 metal pieces to make a drill. And it gives you 3 recharges. So that's quite a bit. This is for all of that stuff. You can make everything, color tool, flashlights, drills, etc. You can go into your building blocks, and here's a base starter. That will start your base. A ground vessel starter, that will start building a ground vessel if you want to build a little car. Or it's more like a hovercraft. Different things, windows, window verticals, and all this other cool stuff, ramps to put on the ground, etc. Different angles to build blocks for your base, so you can build a cool base. This game is very Planet Explorer-esque, like I said, and very Space Engineers also. So what we need to do to get started is we need to start making some of these. So I'm going to hold shift and make 11. And then this, I'm going to hold shift and make 30. Holding shift and clicking on a template will make 10 of it. If I left click on a template, just left click, it will make 1 of it. Now, promethium pellets are what I'm using to make my fuel pack. And there's a promethium site way over here to the, I guess it would be, to me, the west, the direction I'm facing now. I don't know north, south, east, west on this game right now. We do have a display up here telling us the temperature, the time, etc. Down here in the bottom left, we have our health bar, our food bar, oxygen, stamina, speed, jetpack, gravity, etc. The health bar, get hurt, fall down too far, get shot, health bar depletes. Use med kits, bandages, that kind of deal, medical packs, medical stations, it goes back up. Food, over time it slowly deteriorates. You use either emergency rations, bottled water, purified water, things that you've picked up, food you cooked in your cooker thingy that you can get when you build a base. It's all that stuff, and food goes back up. Oxygen slowly depletes over time, and I showed you the oxygen station, and basically I can walk away from that. You do not have to stand there. And then you can just walk into that little gap right there, and it will use some of the oxygen that you've put in these tanks to fill up your oxygen. All right, oxygen. We need to get some oxygen going. How do you get it? Where's it at? Oh, promethium deposit of size 3. Should be off over there, yes. And we've got an iron deposit over there that we need to go collect some iron from also. All right, you start with an oxygen generator. So the very first thing that I should have done, or that you should have done, is come down here to the water and put it in the water. The way that an oxygen generator works is the better you place it in the water, and when you place it in the water, It uses the water, because what is water? It's the oxygen, H2O. So we can go into tab. We can grab the oxygen generator, which is right there, and we can place it on a bar. Oops, we threw it on the ground instead. So let's hit T. And then we can hit tab, and we can, where's the oxygen generator? We can put it on a tab. There we go. Now you can roll your mouse wheel up and down to select these items, and it will automatically pop it out. Or I could have hit 6 for that hotkey. All right, so a lot of people say you don't have to fully put these guys underwater. I don't mind putting them underwater. So insert, delete, home, end, page up, and page down on your keyboard. Insert and delete control the X-axis. Home and end rotate on the Y-axis. Page up and page down rotate on the Z-axis. So I want to make it rotate so that the other side is closest to me. So I want to rotate it on the Y-axis. So I'm going to hit page down. And there, I can see the danger, keep out, all that other good stuff. And now we can place this guy here, and it is completely underwater. And if you go up to it now and hit T on it, you will open it up. Now, O2 source quality, that is just this lake. That has to do with the water source that you put it in. This water source quality is only 80%. So we're going to put some fuel cells up here. And I'm going to put the last 3 that I have up here. This shows you the operational time status, O2 source quality, and the next bottle. Basically, every 2 minutes, this thing is going to produce an oxygen bottle, and it will put it right there, and it's going to be just like this one. So you now have a renewable source of oxygen, so long as I put power packs in here every once in a while. The operational time, this is in hours and minutes, so it is real. 1 real-time hour and 13 real-time minutes. So basically, in 73 real minutes, I need to come back over here and put some more energy fuel packs in there. Until then, we need to just head on out and go on about our business. So we've got our iron deposits. We've got our escape pod. We're going to run. Hello. We're going to pick that, actually. And now we're going to run, and we're going to pick some of this, too. I think we can pick it, too. Yeah, Bubba. And we're going to run up here to our escape pod, because we're going to get some stuff crafting. We need to get some stuff going. We need to get some blocks going so that we can start building a platform for our base. We need to get a base starter going. Ooh, what is this thing? Ooh, hello. I will take you home with me. You will be mine. Is this one ready to pick again? No. All right, so let's we grabbed all that stuff, right? Didn't we? Yes, I think we did. We already put it in there? Yes. All right, so now let's go into here. And we made a bunch of this and a bunch of this. So now we need to go into here. And the first thing we need to do is start making some whole blocks. So let's make 10 of them real quick so that we can make the base core. The base starter, all it needs is the core that they gave you. And 8 whole blocks. So once we get 8 whole blocks, I mean, we can queue it up now. This is preemptively queuing. And as soon as this finishes, it'll start making that. But I want to not make that. So I can do this, off, click that, on, and I want to make, oh wait, no, it took them. It used them. I should have stopped it earlier. Oh well, it happens. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I want to let it make 60 of them real quick. And let me hit T up there one more time, then we'll tell it to make it again. Did it use my core up? Hopefully it didn't. Hopefully I don't have to restart the whole Let's Play so that I can make another core. Metal components, 5 electronics. 4 computers, 5, 3 cables. Yeah, that's a lot of resources to replenish. I don't know. We'll find out. If I have to, I'll come back and make another one. Let me see, tab. That might be something that, you know, I might want to post, is that it's not cool when you cancel production on something or your power runs out, that you lose all the components you were constructing with. But it might just continue. Ooh, copper deposit. It might just continue. I might go back there and it might have it. So it might still have those items in storage. So it might have just paused it and then when, ooh, what is that? Nothing. So now we're going to explain the drill. Now, we're going to hit 1 to bring our drill out and check out the flashlight functionality right there, folks. You know that's cool. We're going to pick up some of these guys since we're right here. Nothing else to pick. And see that iron right there? We're going to start mining that. Now, left click just starts mining. And as you can see, it's slowly deteriorating the earth down into this pit. And it's very, very much like the pickaxe in Planet Explorers right here. But that's it. That's the only similarity. This game, I like the way that their drill system works. It's really neat. If you notice in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that I'm consuming ammunition. I'm at 460, 470, 440, 430, all of that. That's the drill charges. And they're in my inventory, and whenever that hits 0, I can just hit the R key and I can refill it. Look at all of this. Oh, so much, so much. Give it all to me. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. We're going to pick it up. You got to pick it all up, yes. So the majority of all this seems to be iron. You can see it's got the little brown streaks through the metal. So let's hit tab. How many did we get? 190. Oh, fantastic. Now you will eventually mine this out. It's not quite too hard to do. And what I'm doing is I'm just sitting here mining my butt off because it's getting dark. I can't start building the house until tomorrow, until it's daytime. So it's best I just do something with this time. Alright, let's see. Let's start picking all this stuff up. We're getting a little bit of stone in it. Not much, but some stone. Alright, there's some more. Yeah, I definitely need to change this, the localization, or the hotkey for T. See, like this one is stone. Notice it looks different. That actually looks more like iron ore than these do. These look more like stones. That's kind of strange. But if you can look, I've got 2 crushed stone. That's just the way that they did it. I don't care. It's fine. It's just a look. Give me some more. Bunch up here. Come here. Get in my pocket. Alright, we're ready to get out of here. So let's get out of there. If you get stuck in a hole and you can't get out, remember, you can always just keep mining your way out. Worst case scenario, you can hit the J button. Notice down there in the bottom left, jetpack. You hit the J key, your jetpack turns on. Holding the space bar, you can jump really high. Hit J again to turn it off because you cannot sprint while the jetpack's enabled. So we need to go back to the escape pod because we just got a massive amount of iron ore, and we are going to put it in our escape pod. We are going to finish making all of our stuff, our base platform. If I have to, off camera, I'll make another core and then continue it. I'm going here in just a second to go use the oxygen thing because my oxygen supply is less than half. Now, it will take more than 1 oxygen tank to fill your oxygen all the way to full. That's one thing that I have noticed. It'll actually use 2. And using any of an oxygen tank, even the smallest little bit, will empty the oxygen tank. What, did we run out of power? Oh, it looks like we did. Maybe. Huh? We just don't have materials. Also, left clicking on these will take it all away. So let's go with the iron that we just... Let's see, core. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make another core offline. So that's not a big deal. Yeah, that's not that big a deal. So what we need to do then is... No, we've got this. I think I'm out of power. Let's go into here. Yeah, I'm out of power. Wait, let's up here. We need to get some of the power out of it. We made 22 of them, so we're okay. Now let's go into here and let's put some of these. There we go. The lights are all coming up. So we're going to give you about 5 for right now. And now let's go into there. And we need, let's see, we got 32. That's enough. But let's go with 20 more of those. That'll give us 52, 62. I really wish that I'd have paid attention. And we also need now this base starter. Hopefully it'll continue. I'm really hoping that it will continue. 24, 23. Let's find out. Hopefully it just continues crafting and I don't have to make another base core. If I do have to make another base core, it's not the end of the world. It just means that I'm going to have to go and get some more components. I probably will have the components to make it now, but it means that something that I would have made later, I won't have the components then to make. Because your components are really tight as far as getting your first base going and getting what you need built. You really have to be kind of careful about how you consume your initial starting components. Although it's not that big a deal because you can always just go out and find some. But once you run out of silica, which is a requirement for some of the next tier stuff that we're going to be making for our base, you have to then go find a silica deposit. Well, the only silica deposit that I know of is over by some drones. So you have to literally go over and be really careful. You have to fight some stuff, etc. You need to use these initial components to the best of your ability. And it seems like, yes, I am going to have to make the base starter offline. All right, it's dark time. We've gone through the very basics of what's going on in this. That's going to be the end of this episode. The next episode we are going to do is going to cover base building. I will get the base thing done. I'll probably just restart the game and work back to this point. That way I don't lose it. But we're going to do that, and then we will build our first base, our little starter base, and get that going. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that other good fancy dancy stuff, and have a great day.